I don't even really understand or knew about the term chief of staff. Like I just have like the Hollywood version, and it was Leo helping, the president in West Wing, right?
What more could you need?
He just
Everybody
handled
needs a
things.
Leo.
He just handled things. I want a Leo. I want somebody to handle things. So, but tell me your definition of a chief of staff.
Yeah. It's funny because if you asked 100 people, you'd probably get 100 different answers. But it really comes down to your frame of reference, like how you come in contact with a chief of staff. So for you, that might, chief of staff might mean it's a political role, and
it's the president's problem solver.
Exactly. And so, you look at Leo and you go, well, that guy's a magician. Mm-hmm. He walks into a room and no matter what he's doing on a global scale, he understands as he manages it, he takes care of it.
Yeah.
Then, if you come at it from a military perspective, I've never had to explain what a chief of staff is to anybody who's been in military.
Right.
Because it is an instituted role. It's consistent. People understand it. There's much more, it's a much more rigid role just as a byproduct of their training and their processes and their organizational norms.
Right.
And then if you're in Fortune 500, you've probably seen a chief of staff as well. And that is all over the board, in terms of, I refer to this as a spectrum, skill set spectrum of magicians to technicians. And so on the magician side, you have the Leo McGarrys of the world, and then it becomes more normalized, consistent, and repeatable as you move further to the, technician side of the scale.
Yeah.
And we just believe that, if we focus on a specific segment of business, that being small to medium-sized businesses from typically the size is like 15 to 500 people.
Yeah.
So in that, even though every business is terribly unique, there's a tremendous amount of consistency that occurs in the stage of business, the growth stage, the leadership challenges. And so that's how we've been able to create some consistency in how we approach the job. And then the other side of it that I would offer up is I think there's some super common elements regardless of whether you're working in the White House or you're working for a small business.
Yeah. What would that be?
Yeah, I think that's you're an honest, unbiased confidant for a leader. And that's really, really hard, because most organizations, no matter what role you're in, you're going to have a bias towards what you do.
Yes.
And the chief of staff has no bias except for making that executive that they work for more successful. That should be their only bias.